Hey there, fellow classic comic collectors. As always, I'm Scott Harris King, and today I'm recording this from the road. I'm here in a hotel room, and I've just treated myself to this. It's a Christmas present, courtesy of Double Midnight Comics in Manchester, New Hampshire. Now, this is a package. It says it's got 100 comics in it. And it also said that included in those 100 comics are going to be some variant covers worth at least $25. So this cost me $35. So there's a lot of things I'm excited about. First of all, it's Christmas time when I'm recording this, so Merry Christmas to me. Second of all, it's a mystery box, 100 comics. Who knows what's in here? I'm guessing it's mostly modern stuff, but I have no idea. So it's always exciting to open these mystery boxes. And thirdly, there's the great Dollar Bin Trading Challenge. Now, since there's 100 comics and I paid $35 for it, that means that everything in here was 35 cents each. So anything I pull out of here is theoretically eligible to be included in the Dollar Bin Trading Challenge. Now, they said there's $25 worth of variant covers. I don't know what that means. I'm hoping that there's one variant cover in here that's worth at least $25, because that would be great to put in the trading challenge. It could mean that there's 10 variant covers in here that are worth cover price or less than cover price, in which case, that's not going to be very useful for the Dollar Bin Trading Challenge. I don't know, but it's going to be fun to find out what's in this box. So I'm going to unwrap the box and we're going to pull these out one at a time. You're going to see as I pull them out. I'm going to hold them up to you and we'll see together what they are. So here we go. I'm going to unwrap the box. Okay, that was a lot of work. I finally got the boxes open though. I managed to do it in a way where I've only seen one of the comics, but I do think that the variant covers are probably the ones on top because those are the only two that are bagged. So I'm going to hold those up. We're going to see together what they are. This one is a bag and a board. The other one's just bagged. So I don't know what that means. Here's the first book. And it is Maestros, #1. Maestros #1. It's an image book, I think. It's the Less Day variant. It's really cool looking. Never heard of this comic. The art looks really good. It's got some gold embossing. They have a price on it of $10. I have no idea what it's worth. I've never heard of this title. I guess we'll find out when I have a chance to look at it. And here's the second one that's bagged. Secret Empire, #1. Variant cover. They have a price tag on it of $40. So I'm guessing that it probably doesn't go for quite that much, because I'm guessing nobody cares about Secret Empire anymore. But we'll find out. So I think this is the big one. These are the two big variants in here, and according to what they're asking, that's $50. So hopefully this is gonna be worth something. Either way, we'll put these in the to be added to the pool for the Great Dollar Bin Trading Challenge. We may see those at some point in the future, depending on how things shake out. But we still have a huge pile of completely random comics. No idea what's in here, so let's go one at a time. And it is Generation X, #8. Generation X, #8. Looks really bad. And we have Top 10 Season 2 Special #1. Top 10 Season 2 is one of the biggest disappointments of my reading life, because they got halfway through the story and just canceled it. Canceled a miniseries, which just boggled me. So, whatever, man. We have Demon Hunter, #1 from Aircell. Wow. What year is this from? 1989. I didn't even know Aircel was still printing comics in 1989. Demon Hunter #1. The hell is this? Silver, also from Aircel. Silver Storm #3. It was from 1990. Wow, Aircel. Wow, surprising me. I had no idea they were still making comics that late. And here we have Merlin #1. Merlin #1. Huh. Published monthly by Adventure Comics, division of Malibu. It's written by R.A. Jones, who I've heard of at least. Oh, another issue of Merlin. #2. Another from Adventure Comics is called Livingstone Mountain. Wow. 80s indie books I'm pretty familiar with, but these early 90s indie books from Steve Monkus, the creator of Fish Police. No idea. Voracious. This is from Action Lab. Voracious #1. If you see anything here that I skim past and you're like, wow, that's a really cool book, there's something interesting about it, it's worth a lot of money, whatever, and I just don't know about it, let me know, because I've never heard of a lot of these. Mechanics. This is from Jamie Hernandez. So that's cool. I don't know if you said his name is Jaime Hernandez. I actually don't know. Los Bros Hernandez. So that's cool. That's cool. All right. That looks like Dragon Ball Z. ESP from Curtis Comics. It's an English reprint of a Korean manga. Don't know. Let's see. Gatecrasher. Got a lot of weird indie books. Gatecrasher #4. There's a woman wearing lingerie and a blindfold holding a sword. Superman Unchained #2. Jim Lee and Scott Snyder. Superman Unchained #2. I don't know anything about these. See, this one's got damage, whatever it is. Squadron Supreme #6. Some indie books coming up here. This one's called Narwhale. Oh, it's a preview. Another Narwhale preview. Wow. Some really obscure stuff in here. I was expecting more sort of over-ordered, like Marvel and DC moderns where they had to order 100 copies for some sort of like variant. I was not expecting stuff I've never even heard of from publishers I've never heard of. Ned the Chainsaw Guy. I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of these, so if you see anything that you desperately need, let me know. Ned the Chainsaw Guy, #2. I might have a complete run of Ned the Chainsaw Guy. It's #1. I've got all 3 issues, and counting of Ned the Chainsaw Guy. Squadron Supreme, number 7. It's written by Howard Chaykin. I was a fan of Squadron Supreme, in the 80s. Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time, A New Spring. Now, this I want to look into because with the Wheel of Time TV show, some of the Wheel of Time comics have suddenly started being worth something. This is from 2005. So I'm gonna look that one up because the TV show has been pretty popular. Torchwood, the official comic. Wow, I did not like this show. Let's see. Telos, The Last Heist. It's from Image. I don't know. We'll see. My wife's really into... turn this up a little. My wife's really into fantasy stuff, so maybe she'll like this. I don't know. Ooh, Blue Ribbon Comics number 1. Now here we have the first out of these, 40 bucks so far, 35 that I'm definitely keeping. Blue Ribbon Comics, that was part of the Red Circle Archie superhero revival with Rich Buckler was in charge of. This is actually a Ditko cover with Rudy Nebrez. That doesn't look anything like Ditko at all, does it? That looks nothing like Ditko. And yet it's signed Ditko. How crazy is that? This looks like it's reprints, mostly. The back says Simon, Kirby, and Williamson reprinting classic Fly stories. So that's cool. This one I'm keeping. Pacific Comics. Oh wow, check that out. Never seen this before. Never seen this. Barry Windsor Smith cover. I think I'm keeping this one too. It's actually in quite nice shape with a black cover. I've never seen that before. Jeffrey Jones, I'm keeping this. I'm a big fan of Jeffrey Jones, Catherine Jones. So I'm keeping this one too. We're getting to some stuff that I'm liking here. Air Maiden Special with a Larry Elmore cover. So that's interesting. Larry Elmore, of course, he's known for doing fantasy paintings. But here, the comic, not just the cover, the interior is all by Larry Elmore as well. I used to have this when I was a kid, so I'm keeping this one too. Of course, I'm trying to slim down my collection, and here I'm adding all this stuff to it. But what do we have here? Power of the Valkyrie. A new quest from the creators of 10th Muse and Legend of Isis. Never heard of either of those titles. It's from Arcana Comics. No idea what this is. It's from 2006. Again, if you're familiar with any of these, tell me. A Man Called Loco. Denny O'Neil and Pete Morisi. Wow, I've never heard of this. It says it's from ACG, but it's from 1995. So there was a guy who claimed to have the rights to ACG stuff. He only published a few books. So this is a reprint. Yeah. Published by America's Comic Group, St. Laurent, Quebec. There's a whole thing online, if you look into this guy, where there's someone who claims to have the rights to this stuff. Charlton Reprints and the ACG name only put out a few books. Apparently can be litigious, but nobody's sure who the person is, if they even exist. So weird. Very weird. Never seen that before. Samurai Guard. Wow. From 1999. 80s indie quality books, but coming out in the 90s. Cyforce. Mark Teixeira. Art. Cover, anyway. Number 7. I think there's more of them coming up. Let's see. Ooh. Justice, number 7. These are all from the same month. DP7, number 7. This is like new old stock. You know what I like about these? The black frame. Death's Head, number 2. Got the Fantastic Four on the cover. Trying to figure out who drew it. Does it even matter? Thunderstrike, number 7. 35 cents each. Did I overpay? You be the judge. The Nom, number 67. This is a Punisher crossover. These later issues of the Nom, of course, the last issue is like 85, so these aren't late, but these aren't the easiest to find. The Punisher ones have probably a little bit higher, easier to find because of the print runs. Ooh, a Jack of Hearts special. And Ganymede. And Atari Force, number 11. We're only halfway through this. Strange Kiss, Warren Ellis. Well, I guess if there's anybody knows about Strange Kisses, it's Warren Ellis. So I'm not going to be keeping this one. Strange Killings by Warren Ellis. Also not keeping that one. And to be fair, I don't like Warren Ellis's work. So it's not a hard call for me. Villains and Vigilantes from Eclipse. Wow, 1986. Trying to see who the creator was on this. Don't know. Another issue of Villains and Vigilantes. It might have the entire run. Yep, it's a 4-issue miniseries. I got the whole thing. I don't know. Someone named Jeff D did the covers. Jack Herman and Jeff D. Cat Ironwood is the editor, so that's someone I've heard of. She Masquerade. $1998. I didn't know they were still publishing She comics in '98. Red Team. Garth Ennis. Issue 1. Don't know. Jennifer Blood. Born Again. Jennifer Blood, Born Again, number 3. Well, she didn't live long after she was born again because her spine has been snapped in several places here. Just snapped. What? Look at that again. Look at the art here. What in the hell is happening here? Ooh, the Adventurers. Ha! Number 2. I might hang on to this one. The Adventurers, number 2. Okay. Can't read it. Capture the Haunted. It's from Chaos Comics. I have a pet peeve with logos that are so stylized that you can't read them. What's the point? Atomic Angels, number 1. Sponsors of the Intrepid Air and Space Museum. How random is that? Jonas Quantum. The Adventures of Jonas Quantum. Horseman, featuring She. She's like, there's several, like, this character was really popular for a very brief window, and then I don't know what all this stuff is. Narcopolis. So many comics that I've never heard of. It's amazing. My Flesh is Cool. Stephen Grant, at least I've heard of the creator. Again, please, if you've ever heard of these, if you know anything about them, particularly if they're worth any money, or if you want them, please let me know. I'm completely in the dark. This mystery box is a true mystery. Nowhere Man. From Dynamite. Nowhere Man. Isn't he a little bit like you and me? He's a real Nowhere Man. Ooh, Cyberella. Now, Helix. Now, there's a comic company that most people have never heard of. If that was the number 1, I would keep it. But it's not. What's this? Extraordinary X-Men number 1 annual. Extraordinary X-Men annual number 1. What are the Extraordinary X-Men? Secret Empire. This is the free comic book day, Secret Empire. Oh, it's an issue of Doctor Who. Oh, it's another free comic book day. It's cool. It's cool. Free comic book day, The Legend of Zelda. We've hit a little bit of a stratus here. Ooh, it's Emerald Dawn. Number 5. I don't think any of the Emerald Dawn comics are worth anything. Are they? I definitely don't want to read them. Blue Devil. Now there's a cool series from my youth. 31. Giant size final issue. Just for giggles, I'm going to look up if this is worth anything because it's the final issue. I was just about to say I had no idea Blue Devil lasted issue 31. Didn't think it made it nearly that far. So, maybe. Legion of Superheroes, 32. No idea which version it is. Talk about a series with messed up continuity. Morlocks. Some sort of Morlocks miniseries. Squadron Supreme Power Hyperion. It's a Max limited series. I'm getting pooped. Just so many things that I have no interest in. Supreme Power. Number 16. Supreme Power. Number 14. Supreme Power. Number 13. Every cover is just someone getting their face smashed in. Is this like a close-up? Right? Oh, did I get two of these? They accidentally gave me two of the same one. I was hoping to see someone else's face getting punched in. And this is called the Red Star, Archangel Studios. Don't know what that is. I think I've got more of them. I can tell by the Red Star. If nothing else, I have a lot of stuff I could read. The Red Star. All 4 issues of that miniseries. Terror Inc. and Wolverine. With a Joe Kubert cover. Checking the creative team. Terror Inc. and Wolverine for the true Wolverine completists. Warheads number 10. This is part of the Marvel UK line. Guest starring Doctor Strange. Super Soldiers. Again, is part of the UK line, but this time someone's fighting US agent. Look at the artwork on that. 1993. Hellstorm. Prince of Lies. This is a series that I thought was garbage. Guardians of the Galaxy, number 33. Lobo Annual from Bloodlines. Was this the DC thing where they were trying to introduce a new character in every annual? I know Marvel did something like that. Lobo Annual. And finally, Batman Beyond Rebirth number 1. So there you have it. 100 comics. I have no idea what the value is of those variant covers that were supposed to be valuable. I'm going to look them up in a minute. I found a handful of things that are of actual interest to me. The Adventures number 2. The Air Maiden Special. Jeffrey Jones, Ravens and Rainbows. Pathways to Fantasy number 1, which has a great cover. And Blue Ribbon Comics number 1. So, did I have $35 worth of fun opening this? Let's say yes. I do enjoy Christmas. I enjoy opening mystery boxes. And I've got to say, I've been reading comics now for 37 years, 38 years. And I think I know a lot about comics. I have never even heard of some of these publishers, much less the titles. So this, when they say this is a mystery box, boy, they aren't kidding. So, Thanks very much for watching. Let me know if you know anything about any of these, or if you think I should read some of these that you think are cool. Maybe I should do a thing where if you guys vote on which one you want me to read, and I'll report back to you, because otherwise I'm not going to read most of these. I got to tell you, they look pretty crappy. But let me know what you think, and thanks very much for watching.